morning, Eric. Quick demo video for you for your Space Junk Sabers custom saber. So this was made by Nevin over at Space Junk, and then it was etched in a Predator theme by Christopher Royal over at Royal Custom Armory. You can see that hopefully there in the light. This was made from some camera parts, it looks like, and some flagship parts and some various other shrouds that were made and stuff like that. It's a very cool saber. It's a 2-button setup, so your switch box here, your front switch is going to be your activation, and your back switch will be your auxiliary. You've got CC Sabers LEDs in there, and then you've got a removable chassis. So you just want to unscrew the pommel, which is the only place that this saber unscrews anyway. Just be careful not to drop it. And then once you take that off, you will see your speaker right there. And you can go like that, and your chassis will come out. Because of the nature of this saber and some filings that were done inside here during the construction of this saber, sometimes your chassis will fall right out, and then sometimes you'll have to hit it on your hand a few times to get it out, depending on how you cross these pieces in here that have been sanded down, but it comes out every time. I've just found that, some different orientations of this chassis, sometimes it'll slide right out, sometimes it'll take a little bit to get out, but it will always come out, obviously. Here is your chassis. So it does say Space Junk Sabers over here for Nevin. It says Solo Sabers over here for me in Arabesh. I just put a nice clean finish on this chassis. You've got a 28mm speaker back here, and then it uses a Smuggler's Outpost switch pixel PCB set. So this piece lines up with those 14 pins in there that you can barely see, and that never comes out of there. And then your Proffie board up top here is just a press fit down in the shelf. And because you had a Predator themed etch on your shroud, I tried to put the Predator head, if I can show you, right here on your chassis. And then right below that is a Smuggler's Outpost emblem. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little something different there and try to tie it in. Very small chassis. Spring size your negative over here for your battery, and it's a removable battery, obviously. And then one thing that I saw when this came to me was these spaces right here were all just open area, right? So in the part of my chassis that I leave up here for the switch pixel PCB set, I incorporated an area where I could put all this mesh, so I could hide those holes a little bit. Because right underneath my PCB or on the backside, I wired up 1 pixel so that we could light this all up. So this will mimic your blade, and it looks pretty cool, right? It's just a little added opportunity to light something up. So you got all those 3 windows will light up, as you'll see here in a second. So we'll just throw a battery in the sky real quick. This has a stock font package on it. A copy of the config file is on the SD card. So if you ever want to change that, you can see what I did there. So now we got the battery in. You can put it in anywhere you want. We'll just slide this right in, just like that. And then the pommel, the threads on the pommel is actually what pushes the chassis forward and engages all those pins so that this saber will actually work. So we'll screw that all the way on. Activation. And you see how we lit those windows up? Those are lighting up like they should, and then you got some nice shine through here. So all in all, this saber has like a lot of shine through areas, and it's really cool. Nice smooth swing. Auxiliaries back here. Tap to turn it off. Or you can use motion controls, which I gave you that too. And then twist to turn off. Just like that. Now this saber takes a 1-inch diameter neopixel blade. So we'll throw a blade in here real quick. And we're going to want to use the blade retention for this guy. just like that. Now, if you're on a color and you don't like that color, hold down your auxiliary and hit power. You hear that sound? Now you can just twist the saber and cycle through until you find something that you like. So if you wanted that green, then tap power. There. Now we've got a green blade. Green shine throughout the saber. If you do have battle mode, you hit the blade or the saber. Initiate blade lockup. It's a lot easier to hit the saber when I'm using a blade that's not full length, or I'm not hitting it hard, because it's the vibration of the board that sets that off. So it'll initiate blade lockup until you pull away from it. And you'll see that here too. Just like that. To get to your soundtracks, we just hold down power for a second and let go. And then we do the same thing to turn it off. Just hold down for 1 second and let go. And then just hit auxiliary to go to the next sound font. C. Very solid little saber. Just like that. And then we'll take the blade out. And just go over taking the battery out. Super simple. Take this blade out real quick. So when you're all done, we'll just unscrew the pommel here. On the chassis, when it has the battery in it, it has a little bit more heft to it, so it should come out easier for you. Just like that, once or twice. You can pull it right out, and then from the positive side by your speaker, you can pull it out with your finger just like that, and then we'll just put it back for safekeeping. So yeah, that is your saber. Let me know if you got any questions. If not, it's my intention to get this out in the mail to you today. All right, thanks.